Kwa awamu ya Bunge la Wenyeji, kila wakati tumekuwa tukiganda kwa sehemu mbalimbali na mazungumzo kadha wa kadha, lakini leo hii tuna kibali ya kuweza kuzungumzia moja kati ya mambo ambayo yangependa kuwa ya msingi zaidi na dhabiti hapa kwenye mazungumzo ya Bunge la Wenyeji. Mpenzi mtazamaji, kwenye mikakati ya kuwajibikia masuala yanayoibuka nchini Kenya kuanzia mwaka ulipoanza Januari na sasa tuko mwezi wa 8, tunazungumzia swala ambalo pia wengi ambao wapo pale nje wanang'ang'ana wawezavyo, wanamakinikia shughuli zao kila wakati, wangependa kulisikia. Leo hii tutajumuika na moja kati ya wale ambao wanazungumzia masuala ya afya ya akili kwa baadhi ya wengi ambao wana changamoto hiyo, lakini pia anasema kwamba a man must cry. Ili kuweza kupata ufahamu zaidi wa shughuli kama hizi ama mazungumzo kama haya, mpenzi mtazamaji, leo hii tutakuwa tunazungumzia swala la afya ya akili. Vile vile mpenzi mtazamaji, awamu zilizopita tulikuwa tunazungumza kuhusu mafadhaiko na mazingira ya siasa, mazingira ya uchumi hapa nchini Kenya, na pia viongozi wanawajibikia namna gani ili kuweza kuwasaidia wananchi. Vile vile mpenzi mtazamaji, unahisi kwamba afya ya akili ya viongozi wetu ipo imara? Tukizungumzia viongozi, pia hatutasahau wenyeji ambao pia wanang'ang'ana sana wawezavyo ili kuweza kutimiza miadi yao ya kila siku. Halikadhalika mpenzi mtazamaji, kuna wengi ambao hadi sasa imewalemaza, uchumi imewalemaza, siasa zimewalemaza, na mambo ambayo yanaibuka hapa nchini Kenya yamewalemaza. Hivyo basi unahisi kwamba Wakenya wapo imara hasa tunapozungumzia masuala ya afya ya akili? Ikiwa unajumuika nasi kwa mara ya kwanza, hii ni Bunge la Wenyeji. Maonyesho haya yanasafirishwa moja kwa moja kwenye maonyesho yetu ya Look Up Television, na vile vile pia kwenye mitandao ya kijamii ya Facebook, YouTube, na pia TikTok, Instagram, na tovuti yetu ya www.lookuptv.co.ke. But even to begin the conversation, of course, the alignment is set, done. A man must cry. The conversation comes in handy, of course, when we are embracing mental health right here in the Republic. Turuhusu tuweze kuzungumza lugha ya Kimombo, manake mgeni wetu muona kana kama ni mzungu umetoka sehemu zile za Marekani, si ndio?
Hapana.
Kabisa, lakini leo hii tutazungumza lugha ya Kimombo. Hiyo ndio unaifahamu zaidi. Asante sana mpenzi mtazamaji, tuma ujumbe wako kupitia mitandao yetu ya kijamii na tutaweza kuzipokea moja kwa moja. Nambari yetu ya simu ni 0745762640 kwenye mitandao ya WhatsApp. Asante sana, tafadhali jitambulishe.
Okay, thank you so much for having me today. Kwa majina naitwa James Nyabera. I'm a mental health advocate and a founder of the A Man Must Cry mental health movement.
Amazing. It's nice to see you this on this episode, and of course as we come to a close on the second season on Bunge La Wenyeji, we were trying to understand, because we've been venturing in different discussions and many of them have come out handy to really embrace the problems that our leaders and the Wenyejis face. But at this particular point in time, we want to have a discussion on mental wellness. From where you see it, of course you are Mwanaume, from where you see it, how do you rate the mental wellness upon the leaders and upon the Wenyejis as well?
Wow, that's a really interesting question. And honestly, I'll say no, because the average Mwanaume, we are not mentally okay.
Okay.
So things like high cost of living, job loss, lack of opportunities and employment has created that daily uncertainty. And this thing has piled up pressure that has led to, depression and even suicide among common Mwanaume, because they're not in that good position for them even to provide for themselves. So I'll say we are not mentally sound.
What perhaps would have driven the change, whereas we, despite the fact that you're saying we're not really good, what do you think might have driven us to this particular point?
First of all, I'll say lack of opportunity and employment among youth. That's play a very major factor.
And you've been speaking about this for quite some time.
Yes. And also, because like we see our leaders also, they don't prioritize the common Mwanaume in terms of some make promises in terms of job, but they don't deliver in good time.
Is there any leader that has delivered about the promises they've made?
So far, not say 100%, but some are trying, to deliver.
All right. Now let's get now to the bottom line of mental wellness. What really are we advocating for?
All right. Men's mental health, because it is something for the past year, it's something that it has been ignored. And I think this is high time for us to, stand in the gap and champion for men's mental health. Because as we say, men's, we are the leaders. We are the people who set the pace. So if our mental health is not well taken care of, now we can't deliver within our spaces, starting from home, our workplaces, and stuff like that.
All right, earlier on when we were having the conversation, tulikuwa tunasema historia, there is a man out there that is hunting quite much, but he's not in a position to provide. How is the stability of this man when the entire family is depending on this person?
Well, I'll say it's a bit crazy, because as a man, there's this belief that we need to provide, or a man must provide. What if the economy is making it impossible for us men to provide? So that kind of situation scenario the pressure will lead to, stress, and persistent stress will lead to depression or even suicide. So we are getting it tough as men if we are not in that position to provide, because it's something that the culture has conditions like we need to be providers. And sometimes it is crazy.
What do you think? Is that true? That we need to be of providence?
It's true, but as well,
Kwa sasa, kwa hii maisha ya sasa, sio? Men need to be of providence.
Yes, but as well we need to have that conversation whereby people we are providing for also just understand our scope. Like sometimes it's tough outside here. When I can't meet that expectation, they just need to, give us that safe space whereby we can explain the situation and just understand us moving forward.
And then understand men.
Understand men.
All right. If you cannot be able to provide, how will we understand you?
By just speaking out what the situation is, because from there you are bringing that point of clarity, this is the situation. I've been trying, and so far I can't provide. But when things look up, I'll be in a position to provide. All
right, let's talk about this unemployment and providence, because there's a man that has really struggled, and every time when they arrive at home, they speak about the same thing, that vitu bado hazijajipa, zikijipa I'll come through. But we have this element of discussion in the sense that there is a need for providence from these men. When they're not in a position to provide, it ends up being a crisis and chaos in their community or in their family. But how can we make sure that we raise a stable ground that indeed ata kisema I'm not in a position to provide, but later on vitu zitajipa, there is a total understanding towards this?
Well, that starts by having amicable conversation around the economy in this part of providence. Because let me say, when economy is favoring us in a situation whereby we have jobs and opportunity for us to earn a living, that one will make sense that in real sense I have something that I can provide for my family or for the people around me. But if the economy is not favoring that aspect, it will still be hard for men to provide.
All right. So we'll later on come to an understanding of a man must cry. Hii nayo imenilemea, imenishinda kabisa. Mimi sijui nitafanya namna gani. And of course, if you walk down the street, you'll realize that there are so many men that speak to themselves. Anajiongelesha tu, you wonder what is really happening. Amepiga suti yake nzuri, but what is happening in their minds ni noma sana. Do you think also, as you advocate for men's mental health, we also need to have an understanding on women's mental health as well?
Exactly, because I'll say women, these are our mothers, our sisters, and our partners.
Indeed.
Also, when we understand their mental health, and also they stand our mental health by, I'll say, just creating that safe space for us to, to open up.
Indeed.
And just talk about the situation of how we feel. This will encourage, I'll say, moment outside there to embrace vulnerability by just, getting it out of the chest, like this is the situation, and this is what I have at the moment. So if you see like women now embrace it fully, it encourages us also just to, keep working hard to be in that position.
But the women that do not understand?
Yeah, they are there, but now we need to have more of awareness, sensitization, and
family sensitization?
Yeah.
Ama anangoja advocates kama nyinyi mkuje?
I think family sensitization by just bringing all this kind of mental health literacy closer to them, so that they can be aware of, what it entails to be mentally
healthy
and sound and mentally healthy. Because if, let me say, you are creating that pressure for your partner that makes him not to be mentally sound, there's no way he can go outside there and be in a position to, even deliver at workplace, so that he can even earn a living and come and provide for you. So it starts from home. Yeah, so from home now, this guy is assured of a safe space back there. So when he gets outside, he has that confidence and courage that even if I don't get what I'm searching for today, but if I go back home, I still have a supportive partner who embrace me with an open heart.
Indeed. Of course, in the later minutes, we'll be able to shape these conversations in the best way possible. And mind you, of course, with how things are coming up, there is a total need for consideration as far as now men's mental health is concerned. If you go to town, Nairobi CBD, you'll realize that there's so many men, so many people that sit there and wait till evening for them to get back home because of the the view that hey manzi wataona umsi kwani unanga kazi, just staying at home. What do you think runs in the minds of these people?
Oh wow, interesting question. I'll say a lot of things are going on around their mind. First, these people, they're just like, I'll say, hopeless in this sense of withdrawing from things they once loved, because their life is just like at, I'll say, on the edge, because nothing is, let me say, adding up in terms of even the opportunity for them to have that stable mindset, because this aspect of economic empowerment plays a very crucial role when it comes to shaping our mental health. So if that aspect is totally missing, or it is not like fully there, it will equate to us having some issue with our mental health.
All right, and that view, do you think that is a way of healing?
No, totally it's not a way of healing.
Then quest time.
Because I do say like, okay, sometimes it is tough, right? But we need to look for healthy coping mechanism that can help us, navigate the entire situation. Yeah, and that starts by, seeking professional help. It's also just talking to the trusted friend or the people around you. And also by just, feeding your mind with the right information and positive influence moving forward.
Positive influence every now and then. When you stay at home, there's no positivity, there's just clash every time, and the mama feels like, hey, bwana, you're not serious. When we engage in our social violence, it comes to a point that even the society is speaking about your man is not of providence, and there's some few things that are happening. For instance, there is a man that is employed, but the salary at some point haiko fiti sana. How are we able to even tell our families and people that depend on us that saido haiko fiti, and the only money I have in my account is to create a sustainability environment for the kids' education only. Is this stories zingine tuchore? How are we able to create that balance?
I think that starts from having an open conversation within, let me say, your family, so that they can understand where you're coming from and what you're getting in terms of providence.
You tell them? You tell them?
Yeah, because they need to, you need to be authentic and make it come out clear, so that those who will accept the way you are, those who will trust you, like this is your position. So now they don't pressure you like you need to be providing this and that, knowing that in real sense this is what you're getting.
Right.
So it just start by, is my family impressing me the way I am with open heart, or do they need me to provide more in a way that will push me further? And if you equate that, what if you don't meet those expectations? And when you equate it to your mental health, you won't be mentally sound. So it just start from the family embracing a person you are, and let us just support it through. Like, I know today you are at this position, at this level, in terms of provision, but we have hope. When things open up,
Indeed.
you can, support us beyond this.
All right. So Nyabera says that a man must cry, and many times they tend to hold their tears back. Watu wasione unachoma bwana, and this is just a character on the other gender. So when we embrace that you talk to us about you must cry. Have you ever cried before?
Yes, I've cried. I'm a product of crying.
You do cry?
I do cry sometimes.
Every time?
Yeah, when things are truly not going right, and I see it is getting deep into my brain and also messing up with my mental health, I do cry to release the stress hormone. Then from there I can express myself and connect, and through connecting I'll get help.
Okay. Able to tuelezee what really happened that this made you have the crying and release the stress hormone. What really happened?
Okay, I have a very sad story behind even this "A Man Must Cry" movement, because it is tied to my, my struggle with mental health, and also reaching that point where I'm being diagnosed with a childhood trauma. So this way back in college, I was going through a lot of things, like you're approaching exam, you need to clear, let me say, with the examination office for you to sit for that particular exam. And watching your friends, for them, they said they're ready, and also like feeling for you. So it just made me cry. And crying, I cried. Then I said, you know what, let me now go talk to one of the tutor, who was also like it was like my mentor. Yeah, then I expressed myself, then it was like, let's go to the examination office, we see how best we can sort your issue. And from there, we had like a very good conversation, and they understood me. And from there, I was able to go back and sit for my exam.
And then?
Yeah.
So did the crying help you heal?
It helped me just to release like those emotions first. Then I collect my pieces back. Then I can start to get my, get my mind clear, like which direction do I need to take. And the first thing was to reach out to one of my mentor. And from there now, he led me to the examination office to sort my issue. Through just having a conversation around my issues. And I managed to...
So is it literally crying, like?
Not
So men should do that?
Yeah, if you feel like crying, just cry, don't hold it back. But a man must cry, but it's not more of like shedding tears, but it's just breaking that silence among men's mental health, because the silent pandemic is truly killing us, because growing up as a man, you are taught you should not cry, like you need to be tough. But what if, because I do say like we are all human beings and we have feelings, right? So we need to express it. If you're in a position to cry, just release it, because it is very helpful.
And then imagine you're going home and you don't have something to provide. Then how will you cry to your people? Look at me, man. How will you do that?
Yeah, first of all, I'll be myself, right? And I'll initiate a conversation. like this is the situation now. I'm from, like, I went for, work, but I didn't manage even to afford something to cater for you guys today.
So package yourself first before you cry.
You just package yourself first, then you present you present yourself before them. If there are people who accommodate you the way you are, that's give you advantage that
All right.
there's a supportive system that I have.
A large percentage of Kenyans experience mental health conditions, yet many lack access to adequate care and support. So I think in the bottom line of the conversation, we'll get now how can we get care and support right in the Republic. And also we, later on of course in the conversation, we'll also at least dwell a little bit on now the leaders. We've majorly embraced all watu wanaumia sana and the wenyeji. So what about the leaders that now govern the country in one or the other? Is it because of their mental instability that inaleta hizi stories zenye wanakam promising then ama wanakam fulfill with what doesn't make sense, or what really is the point of consideration in all this? But later on of course we'll also have an understanding that approximately 10.3% of the population right in the country experiences common mental disorders. Then a substantial number of individuals seeking primary care show signs of severe depression, just as what you'd mentioned before. And earlier this month we'd seen people committing suicide, which now in a little story ingine tutofauti. Then we'll also have an understanding on stigma surrounding mental illness prevents many from seeking help, so creating a barrier to care. That because I'm having this problem, hata mfanye namna gani, mimi siwezi share, wacha nikufe nayo vile vile. Then also they're speaking about limited resources of access to adequate care and service as well. So how can people as you advocate for these spaces and also will embrace safe spaces as well? Ni wapi mwanamume ama mwananchi anaweza tafute nafasi ya kuweza kuongea? Because I can come tell my friend, then tomorrow it's the trending story in your organization or in your spaces. And we've seen it happening. Share with people stories, then anasema ule hata msimpatie nafasi manake akili yake sasa haiko vizuri sasa hivi. So this how can we get safe spaces? But before we take a short break, I'd really love now to understand how you recuperated and you came back to your feet and said that movement lazima isonge. I'll be strong as a man, I'll keep on pushing, and because there's a man out there that up to this moment they're still crying. So how can we be able to help them that there's a way that you can stand on your feet back again?
Well, that's interesting because I do say I'm a living testimony and trying to use my own lived experience with mental health to help other men also to reimagine their mental health by just being vulnerable. So I'm drawing all this inspiration from my personal journey. I being a mental health survivor, lived and living, and seeking healthy coping mechanism, and I truly know the profound importance of those kind of support that we need when it's come to mental health intervention. So from there, I decided just to channel all these experiences to create a Man Must Cry movement, because initially it was my second book that I was working on, just capturing my personal story with mental health and the cultural norms and how we can disrupt those traditional system for us to reimagine just mental health by seeking help, opening up and breaking that stigma. And that's when now a Man Must Cry movement was born.
All right.
So it focuses on men's emotional well-being and mental health support in Africa, and it's a community-based. Because I do say, like, for mental health interventional services to help people, we need to take these services where people are.
Indeed.
And you only find people in the communities. And community, we start from homes, worship places, the community centers,
Right.
the sports, and those kind of social creative hubs. Those are the
Alright.
places you need to start initiating meaningful
Okay.
mental health conversation.
Alright.
Because by doing that, you are making it very accessible and affordable to people in the community
Indeed.
than institutionalization.
All right. Thank you so much, James Nyabera, for the first session and for the betterment of all this. A man must try. Don't go too far. You're watching Bunge La Wenyeji. Karibu tena. Nimepata uhalisia wa mambo kwamba mwanamume anapaswa kulia, na ni dhahiri shahiri kwamba wanaume wengi pale nje wanaogopa sana kulia. Maanake kuna ile hofu na uoga ya mitaa, ambapo tukizungumzia pia stigma and that a man must stay strong. Inaumiza sana wakati wanaume sana sana wanafungia kilio chao na wawezi ingia katika hali halisi ya masuala yanayowakumba moyoni ama yanayoumiza akilini. Mpenzi mtazamaji, as we mark the end of season 2 for Bunge La Wenyeji, ikiwa ni mwezi wa Agosti, we are just trying to shape the audience in an alignment of all these conversations that we've been having. And it's so painful that a man will leave their houses and go to Nairobi CBD and shed their tears there, then they come back home, you tend to feel that they are strong. So how can we build a support system towards all these, and how can we engage this men, engage these wenyejis to make sure that we have a clear understanding and an in-depth understanding for all the purposes of a proper or a positive mindset. Ladies and gentlemen, James Nyabera, mental health advocate, is here na anatusaidia tukuelewa jinsi tunaweza boresha afya yetu ya akili na pia jinsi tunaweza zungumza na wenzetu angalau tuweze kupata ubora wa afya ya akili. If it is your first time watching this, ni Bunge La Wenyeji. We will gather around different languages, English and Swahili, for the betterment of all those that are watching us across all social media platforms. Our number is 0745 762 640, and of course you can tag us right there on our WhatsApp line. Karibu tena James Nyabera. Earlier on we'd mentioned about wenyeji jinsi wanavyoumia, lakini sasa hivi ningependa tuweze kuvuka tu hadi kwa viongozi sasa, ambao inaonekana kwamba ahadi walizowekea wananchi na wenyeji zinaonekana ni kana kwamba hazijafanya kazi ama hazijafua dafu. Kwa kipindi kama hiki ambapo viongozi there is a mwenyeji out there na alikuwa anategemea hii promise ambayo serikali ilikuwa imeweka na ilikuwa inapaswa kutimiza. So this man opted for this promise, and this promise maybe would have been a lifesaver in his life. Kwa sababu haikuwork, there seems to be a problem. Na sasa hadi saa hii, this man or this woman has never healed. This Gen Z has never healed upon this. So when we come now to leadership and understanding the mental control and mental wellness of these particular leaders, what are some of the things that really govern the mindset of mental health ya viongozi before they administer their conducts to wenyeji?
Well, interesting. That's a powerful question, because leadership and mental health, these are very, very important aspects. Because I'll say leaders, they're the people who shape the future of the country. And if their mental health is not well taken care of or prioritized, it will manifest in how they, make their promises, plan, and also how they position themselves to deliver to the common mwananchi, as you said. So I think it is something they need to prioritize first for them to have that clear state of mind. Like this, what we were, selling outside there when we were campaigning, just to run through it and see like what kind of manifesto that we have achieved so far, and what are the pressing needs that we need to, address when it's come to, the voices out there from the common mwananchi. So first, just to have that mindset clarity, and also just having a very support system around you that keep you on check. Like if we address this pressing need as per the concern now, it will ease the thing, and that's what give you like that motivation to start to get your, mind clear, so that you can also focus on, tapping into and listening to the common mwananchi, the pressing needs. Yeah.
Do you think also they should prioritize within their means, within their spaces? Because many of them forget about themselves, then they only think about the wananchi, kumbe ni hao ndo wanaumia.
Yeah, because this aspect, like who cares for the carers?
Okay.
Like now, take example of now our president. Who cares for him when it's come to mental health? Because he has a lot. He has a lot. He has a family. He has like the common wananchi that he also need to take care of. So it is also like high time within there's the leader spaces. They also have this system that also support them mentally, because they truly need that. Because for us even to be productive, we need to be mentally fit, even to get up and just even go do, you know, like our work, for us to be productive and keep our momentum going.
But President Ruto can't cry.
He can. He's a human being, and he has feelings. And yes, I'll say he can cry.
Let me ask this: do you think he does?
Yes.
Nivlesia tuoni that.
But every human being must cry.
Indeed. All right. For the same embrace that now these leaders are coming out to speak to us, and they are bringing quite a number of things that they want to address to the people. Should they also be in a position of sensitization?
Yeah, I think that's play a very critical role when it's come to, because sensitization. Because first of all, there's no health without mental health. So if, let me say, our emotional, our well-being is taken care of, that gives us the strength that we need for tomorrow. So when they're doing their, I'll say, campaign or addressing the common wananchi, they also need to just bring that aspect of, you know, mental health to give us strength and hope that we need for tomorrow future. And I think that will work. So it should be a fully packaged thing within their system of delivering services.
But we've never had this before.
Yeah, it is a big gap as well. And now it is high time now we need to also advocate for it and see how best we can embed it within those spaces. When, let me say, we're having the barazas, how do we just initiate mental health conversation? Like when economy is hard, how do we navigate it?
Indeed.
Yeah.
Did you see how many people turned up to the premises, the State House, just to heed the kulia president?
Yes.
And then there were services that were done, there are products that were given, and these persons are going home. They're going home to face the wrath in their environments. And that is why at this particular point in time, it's good to discuss about this. Yes, I went there. I witnessed these products given. I am there taking the border or maybe any other tools of use. But there are others that didn't get a chance to have this. In the near future, anaona ni kana kwamba hizi vitu nimepewa hata hazinisaidii. There's also the point now of service delivery. The viongozi wamekupatia angalau asilimia fulani ya kujisaidia, lakini hii asilimia ingine itajazwa na nani na itajazwa namna gani? So we are out there, for instance, we are out there demonstrating, but when I go home, mimi ndo najua vile mambo ilivyo na ninaumia sana. But yet I was there in the streets demonstrating. How do we propel mental awareness discussions even in these public forums, engagements, and also in these institutions of campaigns, and these institutions of public awareness? How do we propel change towards understanding this? There are many others that are really suffering, but when they come out here, unaona yenyewe life yao inakaa fiti. How will we get to a clear alignment and understanding as well?
I think the change should start with us just embracing that sensitization. We need to let people know. Like if, let me say, providing this kind of product or services. And also they need also to be very keen in terms of the sustainability. Because let me say today you can give me, let me say 50 bob. So will this 50 bob sustain me forever? So we also need to think about when I'm promising, how sustainable is this thing? So that we can have a model or system that supports you fully, so that you don't have that urge like I need to go back to the street and also cause chaos, because sometimes the people, you take advantage of those chaos, even to steal just to get something that they can go back with.
Indeed. So where's your blame?
Where's your blame? You can't blame them, because people are so desperate. People, even the way they talk outside there, they're just looking for avenues where they can just get it out, expose themselves, even just to be killed, because then we kufe. So we need to, it is now high time also our leaders should think about, you know, like the policies that will favor this aspect of, you know, our mental health and emotional well-being, and this aspect of economic empowerment, so that we blend all this together.
Indeed.
For us to, you know, have a sustainable kind of models that sustain us, because even for the country to, you know, to earn or have a good revenue generating, it depends on the common mwananchi, because we need to go work, pay taxes to keep us going. So if, let me say, these people are not mentally taken care of, there's no motivation that, you know, propel us to go deliver, so that the country can also sustain in terms of, you know, revenue generating.
All right. At this point in time, do you think our leaders are mentally healthy?
I'll say average, because a lot is going on. There's a lot of pressing need within the communities, within the counties, sub-counties that need to be addressed. And I'll say they're not mentally healthy, because it takes time for you even to, because you can't deliver 100%. And let me say you go through your manifesto and this is what you promised, and people are on your neck like, we need this to be done.
Indeed.
That one equates to mentally instability. Yeah, so I'll say our leaders, they're not mentally okay, because a lot need to be done.
Indeed. If this a lot is needed to be done, how can we align both the leaders' mental health and the mwananchi's mental health for all of us now to reason in a clear manner for a mental health sustainability?
Wow, that's a good one. So for us to have the alignment, we need to have this kind of participatory model where we bring everyone on board and just discuss on the way forward. If, let me say, this particular people are talking about the economic aspect of sustaining our mental health, we also need to have those who just, you know, trying to sensitizing like this what work for the people. And having a participatory model means we start from the grassroots by, you know, involving, I'll say, the traditional leaders, parents, also the faith actors, also to be part of the policy framing and see what works and what doesn't work as per the pressing need, so that we can have that alignment. Yeah.
All right. Then because there is so much efforts towards awareness and advocacy as far as all these points of mental health is concerned, then we want to build a situation where we'll have safe spaces to really pour out, to really converse, to have different conversations in terms of now mental health. Mimi siko fiti, mimi siko poa, I need help. What are some of these safe spaces that you as mental advocates mnaambia watu?
Well, perfect, because I'll talk from my point of experience with The Man Must Cry, because we do champion for men's emotional well-being and mental health. First of all, by creating safe spaces. We have our monthly healing walk that we do carry. And this has been, I've seen it has created that safe spaces for us to connect and just talk about mental health among us and healthy coping mechanism when, let me say, one of us is going through stress, addiction or depression. So we have that safe space where they can start from there. If it is something that is beyond us, now within our space we have those who are the trained therapists. They can now see how best to link this particular person to above kind of care that they need. We also have like programs also running within. We embed it within the church program, whereby we just like have a conversation each and every Saturday concerning the boy-child empowerment. So within that program, we also embedded like the mental health conversation, and it has also like something that has worked for us, and we have that connection.
Indeed.
And I've seen it has encouraged many men. They're now speaking up, talking about the issue, and they are getting to, they connect to other people who have gone through the similar experiences, and they are getting the necessary support that they need. But also it takes time for you to have that very genuine safe space where these people can just show their vulnerability. It takes time. It needs a lot of continuous effort moving forward, because for you even to open up to me now, it will take you time. But the more we are like embracing this kind of our walks, we get to build that connection, and through that we are vulnerable. We can talk about our issues, our problems, and where we can get help as men.
But Kenya ni kama wase wako fiti.
Yeah, even me siko fiti, so
at this point you're uko fiti. Yeah,
I'm not mentally stable, and I do say I don't want it to drain me. That's why I get up and also just challenge it and use my story also to bring an impact, or just to save a life, because through storytelling you are healing yourself and also healing someone outside there.
Maybe kuna watu pia wako fiti. Maybe hata mimi siko fiti na vile sijui. Maybe some of my friends here wako fiti pia. So how do you know that hauko fiti mentally?
All right, so
ndio pia mtu asione Kembo unajua wako fiti mentally na kanikani mwenda wazimu. So how do we know that perhaps unaweza kosa kujua, but how what is this one thing that speaks to someone dojue ako mentally unhealthy?
All right, so first of all, the just major sign that you will spot from this particular person for you to judge that
spot.
No, for you to say you're active.
Okay.
Yeah, so those kind of signs, like let me say lack of motivation, and this person is always hyper and highly motivated to do stuff and things like that, and also just the sign of withdrawing from things. I'll say this person used to love, and that kind of isolation from family, friends, and some kind of risky behavior, first abusing alcohol more and more. This could also trigger you that this particular person is not feeling okay, and from there you guys can start to embrace the conversation just to get to the root cause of the issue.
All right, there's a treatment gap. A significant number of people with mental health conditions go undiagnosed or untreated due to factors like low literacy among primary health care workers and a lack of access to specialized services. And of course, there is a view of stigma and discrimination, which we had a little mentioned earlier, then limited resources, and of course impact on social challenges, and that now is inclusive of poverty, unemployment, and substance abuse, which you've just mentioned right now, which now contribute to mental health problems, while also exacerbating existing challenges. Now, we now want to get to the government initiatives that now will pull at least better engagements towards all these. What is now the Ministry of Health doing, or what is the government doing at large to ensure that mental health advocacy and conversations are made known to many, that these are safe spaces that the government has provided and ministry has provided? When you go to the hospital, you can channel your worries there, you can have a warm embrace as well. So they're talking about clinical guidelines increased investment, and mental health action, as well as integration of mental health. From those that I've mentioned, what are some of the things from where you sit as an advocate? Do you feel that the government, in collaboration with the Ministry of Health, can do to achieve a sustainable environment for mental health conversations?
Wow, interesting, because currently I'm advocating for having this mental health intervention to be integrated into primary health care. So for early intervention and screening, but we still have a big gap when it comes to that aspect of integration. Because as you know, mental health aspect is kind of underfunded. We don't have much resources to achieve all this. But it's high time now the government, in collaboration with Ministry of Health, to think about the same way. If you go to the hospital for a checkup, they will screen you for, I'll pick HIV, right? For them, they have streamlined how they capture their data. What about this aspect of mental health? If we can also apply the same, whereby we come up with a system that when you're going for, let me say, a malaria check, right? They also screen you on your mental health state. And we have just a system that will help us capture this data, because when it comes to policies that will lead to even now the mental aspect to be funded, we need to have those data to support our policy development. So it is a big gap. And also just, I'll also add the government to focus on, funding these community-based initiatives that are championing for mental health. Because I do say for mental health intervention and services to work and truly help people, you need to take these services where people are or where people connect, and that's in the community. So that's the point we need to shift from institution-based kind of care. Because mental health conversation doesn't start at the hospital corridors or in the clinic. It starts in the community. So we need to make sure, like all these services, the intervention, we take them back there, so that we can have a promotion and early intervention before arriving at the diagnostic level. We need to treat this thing when someone is still feeling like, lack of motivation, struggle sleeping, things like that. Now is when we need to approach this mental health at that space, not until it gets to the diagnostic level, and whereby this particular person will be taken to, let me say, an institute. Because even treating people in a silo also, reinforces stigma and loneliness, because you need a community for you to be able to connect. So it is high time now we need to think about focusing on the community intervention or initiative.
All right. So I will give you 1 minute. Just use some few words to maybe create an alignment and advocacy to someone out there.
Wow, thank you so much to those who are watching this show today. I'll say, moving forward or looking ahead, we need to take matters mental health very serious, especially being advocate of men's mental health, so that we can raise a generation with a stable mental health moving forward. Because we still have that young person in the village or in the community still growing up with a locked up heart. So it is high time for us to stand in the gap and join effort to champion, advocate, and sensitize our community on the importance of just having a mental stability for us to be productive, for us to connect, and also for us to thrive in a healthier community. So this is the time. And also just know, like, your feelings are valid. You're a human being. So if you feel like crying, just cry. After crying, you will express, connect, and get the necessary support that you need. That's why A Man Must Cry exists, and we are here to shift that narrative so that we can raise a healthier generation of husbands, uncles, fathers, sons moving forward. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir, for coming. Thank you so much for your advocacy. Thank you so much for your awareness. And of course, we believe at the end of the tunnel, things are going to be right to everyone that is listening to many mental health conversations. So, asante sana for coming, and we've really crowned the understanding, and kila mmoja atapata nafasi yake kuanza upya tena. So, asante sana. When you go back to your organization, please send a humble thank you from Katesi Bunge La Wenyeji and the bigger channel Look Up Television. Asante sana. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is now the end of season 2. Now we are looking forward for a greater touch itakapotimia msimu wa 3, ambapo ikiwa wewe ni moja kati ya wale ambao wana mashirika mbalimbali ambao wangependa kuweza kuzungumza nasi, ambao wangependa kuwa na vikao mbalimbali, wangependa kuweza kuwa na mazungumzo mbalimbali kule nje kwenye mitaa, na vile vile pia kuweza kupata tu masuala yao yaweze kuangaziwa, runinga Look Up kupitia Bunge La Wenyeji na wakaribisha nyote, kwa sababu tunafaa kuwa na mazungumzo kama haya sawia. Ikiwa wewe ni mmoja kati ya wagombea mwaka 2027 na una vikao, basi bila shaka tunakaribisha kwenye Bunge La Wenyeji tupate hali halisi ama uhalisi wa mambo, jinsi ya yale ambayo umeweka kama mseto halisi wa masuala unayotaka kuyasema. Runinga Look Up kupitia Bunge La Wenyeji pia inawakaribisha nyote hapa kwenye studio ili tuweze kupata kuangazia masuala kama haya, na vile vile pia wale ambao wako na sehemu hizi mazingira nzuri ya kufanya mazungumzo, basi bila shaka tunawalika as well. So you can use the number 0745 762 640. It's a WhatsApp line. Of course, you can call, SMS, and let us have now an arrangement in the better way possible. So in the near future, for season 3, we're expecting more divided ends in these conversations, and of course, we'll have more empowerment as far as this now is concerned. All time, sauti ya mwananchi ndio kiini ya saa, ama ndio roho ya, ama ndio moyo wa taifa. Tunapoyazungumzia masuala kama haya, yanaendelea kupata ufasaha zaidi hapa nchini Kenya. Viongozi wanasema hili na wenyeji wanasema hili, lakini sauti yao hatimaye ndio inaleta uwajibikaji na utofauti hapa nchini Kenya. Jina langu ni Moses Kecha, asante sana kujumuika nasi. Tupatane wiki ijayo tukiangazia masuala mengine, na leo hii tumefanya tu hima kurekebisha afya ya akili ya wengi, manake wengi hawapo sawa. Sala na Mwenyezi Mungu, tupatane wiki ijayo.